What's going on? Welcome to today's mobility session. If you haven't already, get yourself comfy on your mat. Take a few nice, deep, relaxing breaths. Let your mind clear of any stress, any anxiety, any negativity. Just get ready for some me time. Try to bring your attention to something you're grateful for. Might be a person, a place, or a thing. Might be just grateful for who you are, the opportunities you have. Whatever it is, just keep that at the front of your mind. And allow yourself to appreciate the things that you enjoy about having that in your life. And we'll slowly start to slow that breath down into a nice relaxing rhythm and pace and shape. Directing that air deep into that lower diaphragm. Mentally living in your happy place. Scanning through your body, through anything that's tense. And just feel it soften. And as you exhale, just imagine that tension floating away. Letting go of any negative thoughts. Just keeping your mind focused on the positives. We'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. And we'll start today's routine with your massage gun working through the outer side of that left hip, around that IT band area. We'll start by searching for areas that need attention. We don't need a lot of pressure with that massage gun. Just hold it gently over the surface of the skin and let it do its thing. And if you don't have a massage gun, feel free to stick to your usual lacrosse ball and feel out what kind of attention this area needs. So whatever stimulus you're applying here, whether it is a massage gun, lacrosse ball, or something else, try your best to calm that tissue using your breath. As you exhale air, imagine exhaling tension from that target area, that IT band area of that left side. I'll take one more breath here. As we sigh out that breath, we'll shift over to the right side. So we'll start by panning through this IT band area of the right hip. This is a long muscle group. It extends all the way from the top of your hip right down to below your knee. And any of that area can be fair game. Just pay attention to how your body's responding. We want zero pain. Absolutely minimal discomfort. This should be an enjoyable experience. And again, just let the massage gun do its thing. Hold it gently on the surface. You don't need to add any pressure to it. Mentally staying nice and relaxed. We'll take one more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath here. As we sigh out that breath, we'll go back to the left leg and focus on the hamstring. So you can do this seated, you can do it lying down. Ideally with minimal load, so preferably not standing. Just work yourself through that left hamstring. You might find tension around the inside or the outside, the upper, the lower, or right in the middle. Wherever you're feeling most restricted, let that area be your focus. And again, let the massage gun do most of the work here. We don't need to add any extra pressure. Just let it sit on the surface and do its thing. And if you have an adjustable speed, feel free to experiment with that. There are no hard rules. Really feel out what feels right for today. Let's take another breath. As you exhale, we'll transition to the right side. So we'll start with a search through that right hamstring. If you found a good spot on the left, feel free to use that same area as your area of attention on the right side. And if it doesn't feel like it needs attention, feel free to keep searching. And if you're not finding anything in particular that's stiff, just pick something and go with it. And wherever you're focused on, concentrate on getting passive, relaxing through that tissue, maintaining that nice relaxing rhythm, shape of breath, directing that air deep into that diaphragm, and breathing through the nose if you can. Let's take one more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath here. And as you exhale, we'll transition into your left side quad. So we find it best to work through this quad when you're seated with your legs straight out in front or bent. Start with that search through the quad. You might find tension around the outer quad, closer to the IT band we were working on earlier. Might be the inner quad, the upper quad, the middle quad. Just make sure that you are on muscle and pay attention to how your body's responding. Following that nice relaxing rhythm, pace, and shape of breath. It can be challenging to get passive when we're holding this gun, but doing your best to get as passive as you can. Relaxing through any tissue we don't absolutely need for this exercise. We'll take one more breath here. As you exhale, we'll shift back to the right side. Start by panning through this right quad, feeling around that outer side, the mid, the inside, the lower, the upper. Just feel out what area needs attention today. Let that be your focus, and then mentally go back to your happy place. Settling into that state of gratitude, letting go of any stress, anxiety. Focusing in on here and now. Being fully present and just allowing yourself to enjoy the moment. And we'll take another deep, slow, relaxing breath here. As you sigh out that breath, we'll transition into your left side TFL. So TFL is basically just above where you might have been working on that IT band. You follow the crease of your hip out to the left side. It's where we want to hit. And if you're not super keen or versed on your anatomy, don't stress. Just go by feel. We should be on a muscle. This should feel good. It feels hurtful, painful, uncomfortable. Just adjust the exercise, the position, the stimulus until it feels right. And we'll take one more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath. Take your time sighing out that breath. And we'll switch to the right side. So feel out what specific area needs attention on this right side. Might be the exact same as the left. Might be slightly different. It might be completely different. It really depends on you, your anatomy, your activity history, how much you've been sitting or driving. And the only person that's going to know what you need today is you. So really tune into your body. This whole program is about getting better connected with your body and its needs in order to find better function. We'll take a more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath here. As we exhale, we'll move into a left side pigeon. So stepping your left leg forward into a lunge, dropping that knee off to your mat, feeling out of position where you're able to stretch that outer hip of that left side with zero pain in the knee. If there is discomfort in the knee, just adjust your position, the angle of the hip, the knee, the depth of the stretch. Use the video as a guide, but use your body's feedback to help you fine-tune. Just allow yourself to settle into a position that feels comfortable, and then mentally settle back into your happy place. Get as passive as you can. And in 10 seconds, we'll gently activate through your hip by attempting to rotate your heel down through the floor. And let's go ahead, starting with nice, easy tension. Attempting to reverse this stretch. Slowly ramping up tension as we go. And we'll finish with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse, trying to actively pull your heel closer to your chest, deeper into the stretch, ramping up that tension as we go. Finishing with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax. Let's get nice and passive. Just submit to the position, relax into the stretch. Run through a checklist of anything that's tight around the hip that you can mentally turn off. And just get as passive as you possibly can. One more breath here on this side. As you sigh with that breath, we'll transition into the right side. So again, finding the right knee angle, the right hip angle, the right depth of stretch that feels right, that allows you to target the hip without compromising the knee. Settling into whatever position feels right today. And once you're settled in, focus your attention back on your breath. Nice relaxing rhythm, pace, shape of breath that helps you get as passive as you possibly can. And in 10 seconds, we'll gently activate again through the hip by attempting to rotate this right heel through the floor. And we'll get started with nice easy tension, slowly ramping up and activating through the hip to try to rotate that foot down. Ramping up that tension, finishing with a strong squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse, attempting to rotate that heel up towards your chest, deeper into the stretch, ramping up that tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax, nice and passive. Just submit to the position, relax into the stretch, run through your checklist. Any muscles around the hip that are tight, just let them go. Any muscles away from the hip that we don't need right now, let them go. One more breath here. Take your time sighing out that breath. And we'll get into a supine twist on this left side. You start lying flat on your back. Pull your knee into your chest and then pull your left leg across your body. And then turn your head to the opposite direction. We're just getting a nice gentle stretch through the spine, through that low back, through the mid back, through your neck. Should be zero pain, just a nice, easy, relaxing position. Concentrating on getting passive, finding your comfort zone, and just lean into that state of relaxation. And in 10 seconds, we'll gently get active through this left hip. You may find it helpful to place your right hand on your knee And let's go ahead, attempting to rotate, pulling that left leg off the floor and rotating out of the stretch, ramping up that tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1, and let's gently reverse, trying to actively turn your torso deeper into the stretch, ramping up that tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1, big breath out, relax, nice and passive. Relax through your head, your face, your neck, your hips. Imagine you're trying to fall asleep in this position, getting as passive as you possibly can. And we'll take one more breath here. As we sigh out that breath, we'll shift to the right side. So again, from lying flat, pull that right knee up to your chest. Bend that right knee out to the side. You can have a slightly bent knee here. It can be straight. Just feel out what feels right for today. And concentrate on getting as passive as you can. Just feel out what your body needs today. Nice relaxed headspace. Letting go of any negativity, any stress, any anxiety. Let's focus on love, peace, and relaxation. And in 10 seconds, we'll gently get active through this right side by attempting to rotate this leg back over to your right. So again, if you place your left hand on your knee, you can add some resistance. And let's go ahead. Starting nice and easy, slowly ramping up that tension, attempting to twist yourself back out of the stretch. Finish with a big squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and let's gently reverse. Attempting to rotate yourself further into that stretch, using the hips, using your spine, ramping up that tension as we go. And we'll finish with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1, big breath out, relax. Let's get nice and passive. Just submit to the position, mentally go back to your happy place, let go of all that tension, all that negativity, all that stress. Just imagine breathing it out and watching it float away. Let's take one more long, slow, deep, relaxing breath. Directing that air in that diaphragm, slowly sighing it out, and we'll call it a day. Thanks for joining us here for some 5-pillar mobility. Hope you enjoyed the routine. If you did, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.